Chapter 4 Tax and Budget Regime. Article 74. Taxes are created, modified, or abolished. Exemptions are granted exclusively by law or by legislative decree in case of delegation of powers, except for tariffs and rates which are regulated by an executive decree. Regional and local governments may create, modify, and eliminate taxes and rates, or exempt the same within their jurisdiction and within the limits defined by law. In exercising its taxing power, the state shall respect the principle of the legal reservation and those principles concerning equality and respect for basic rights of the person. No tax shall have a confiscatory nature. Budget acts and emergency decrees shall not contain provisions on taxes. Laws concerning annual taxes come into force on the first day of January of the year following their enactment. Tax provisions set forth in violation of this article are null and void. Article 75. The state guarantees payment of public debt only when contracted by constitutional governments in accordance with the Constitution and the law. The domestic and foreign debt operations of the state are approved in accordance with the law. Municipalities may undertake credit transactions charged against their own resources and assets without requiring legal authorization. Article 76. Public works and acquisition of supplies with public funds or resources are compulsorily based on contracts and public bidding, as are the acquisition and sale of assets. The contracting of services and projects whose importance and amount are determined by the Budget Act is done by public bidding. The law sets forth the procedures, exceptions, and respective responsibilities. Article 77. The economic and financial administration of the state is governed by the budget passed annually by Congress. The budget structure of the public sector consists of two parts: the central government and decentralized agencies. The budget allocates public resources fairly. Its programming and implementation depend on efficiency criteria that concern basic social necessities and decentralization. In accordance with the law, every circumscription shall receive an adequate share of the total income and revenue collected by the state for the utilization of natural resources in each zone as a natural resource royalty. Article 78. The President of the Republic sends the budget bill to the Congress each year with a deadline expiring on August 30th. On the same date, he also sends the national debt and financial stability bills. The budget bill shall be effectively balanced. Loans from the Central Reserve Bank of Peru or the Bank of the Nation are not considered fiscal revenue. Loans shall not cover current expenditures. The budget shall not be passed without an appropriation for the serving of public debt. Article 79. Members of Congress have no initiative for creating or increasing public spending, except on matters of their budget. The Congress may not pass taxes for predetermined purposes, except upon request of the executive branch. In any other case, tax laws concerning benefits or exemptions require a previous report of the Ministry of Economy and Finance. Only by express law, passed by 2/3 of congressmen, may a special tax treatment for a specific zone of the country be selectively and temporarily extended. Article 80. The Minister of Economy and Finance sustains the income statement before the plenary assembly of Congress. Each minister maintains the expenditure statement of his own sector. Prior to that, they shall sustain the outcomes and goals of the previous year budget execution and the budget implementation progress of the current fiscal year. Likewise, the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, the Prosecutor General of the nation, and the President of the National Election Board sustain the statements of their own institutions. If the enrolled budget bill is not referred to the executive branch by November 30th, the executive original draft bill comes into effect and is enacted by legislative decree. The supplemental credits, additional expenditure, and transfers of items are handled before Congress in the same manner as the Budget Act during the congressional recess. They are handled in the Permanent Assembly. To pass, the votes of 3/5 of the legal number of its members are required.